Hi guys, so I'm gonna put the Avengers Forever mini-series on hold, and instead I'm going to read the Kree Skrull story arc, which precedes it. I decided to delay it because there's certain story elements in the Avengers Forever mini-series that don't make any sense, and this story arc explains it. Also, sorry if my words aren't making, I'm not very good with explaining things a lot of the time. And I did like 9 takes of this, and my explanations, I'd complete brain farts. But, anyway, so the Avengers, Judgment Day.
That monster! He's going to kill the Wasp!
And there's no way we can stop him.
But we've got to try. We've got to.
Death lies waiting at the top of the world. The Mighty Avengers, Judgment Day.
Kill the man called Marvel and all who stand beside him. Thus my orders, and thus my intent.
Read this soul-searing tale with care, for the fate of 2 worlds hangs thereby, and one at least must die. Stan Lee, editor. Roy Thomas, writer. Sal Buscema, artist. Mike Stevens, letterer.
I am Intergalactic Century 459, living instrument of the star-spanning Kree race. From beyond the void, Ronan the Accuser has bade me capture and execute the Kree traitor you call Captain Marvel. Stand away from him, and I have no business with you others. But defend his motionless form, and you perish. The choice is yours.
No! This man's just recovering from a delicate operation. If you move him now, he's sure to die. Didn't you hear, Doctor? This is what the Sentry wants. Still, the way he hesitated, even warned us. Of course. Whatever he isn't certain he can defeat us. If only Goliath were here, to match the monster pound for pound.
Or if I weren't still weak from giving Marvel my own solar energy.
Stay back! My hex power may...
Foolish female! No puny efforts of yours can harm my indestructible frame.
It wasn't you I was aiming at, Mr. So-called Sentry. But the badly splintered ceiling overhead.
Yet Avengers 2 may err, and so, even as great fragments still fall from above.
Fantastic! He's shaking it all off, like a duck sheds water.
You have made your choice, Earthlings, and now...
And now, robot, though you have survived a reign of stone and mortar, we shall see how you fared against another type of assault, namely, the lightning fists of Quicksilver.
You offend my space-spawned masters, human, by terming me a mere robot. I am a living century, mighty servant of the Supreme Kree. What? One final insect would keep me from my coy? Then you shall feel the full, lethal force of my powers.
Vision, no! He's strong, deadly. Too late, my brother. Now we can only pray that the android Avenger can withstand such a withering barrage. I never felt so helpless before. Never.
One last time, step aside, for behind you is a man of the Kree. Mine to punish, mine to destroy.
Though the Kree hordes themselves come for him, he... Oh, he's in the Avengers' keeping now, monster, and there he shall remain, though the Kree hordes themselves come for him.
We are androids, both, you and I, far above mere humankind. It is not meet that we should fight their battles for them. Yet, if you force it upon me, I shall... What? You become more dense, more massively solid with each movement.
That is my power, Century, my strength. But a strength, dear Vision, which can swiftly be transformed into a weakness.
Good Lord! The Vision became so unspeakably heavy. The floor collapsed beneath the pair's combined weight. But look! Already something rises from below. Is it the Vision or the Century?
Oh, then get set for the showdown.
You fools! Could you doubt the outcome of such a match? But I have wasted time enough here. I have received new orders. More humans, the guards of this place called the Cape. Still, I need not destroy them now. When all shall be accomplished by Plan Atavus.
Plan? No! Kill me here, Century. Now! Don't use that!
Your traitor's words mean nothing to me, man of the Kree. I have my new orders, which countermand the old. And I go to fulfill them.
They're gone, both of them. But where? Rick, did Marvel ever tell you of a Plan Atvius?
Not a word, Quickie. Course he never told me a Kree Century could just up and vanish either. But it did. Well, we can do nothing more here. Are you coming, my sister?
Yes, Pietro. But the Vision
is here, Wanda, and appreciative of your concern. Weakened as I was, it took a moment to recover from the Century's onslaught.
Avengers, wait! I must speak with you. I'm Carol Danvers, head of Cape Security.
So that's Captain or Miss Marvel, and later she became Captain Marvel. I fear we're in a hurry, miss.
You're not the only ones. I must have a full report from each of you on what just happened.
But we must go.
Oh, where to? How do you pursue something that disappears?
She has a point there, Avenger. Thus long.
Thanks, and I'm sorry to have delayed you. I hope you can save Marvel, just as he once saved my life.
We shall try, Miss Danvers. Yet I fear far more than one man's life is at stake.
Rick, you're our only real link with Marvel.
You've got to tell us all you know about him, about his fellow Kree.
And about the sinister Century.
All I know, people, is bits and pieces I picked up. But I'll tell you all I can. One thing that kinda stuck in my mind is this little slice of Stone Age history. Seems like, while our ancestors were still playing alley-oop, some other humans built a way-out city, which got an even weirder visitor, as witnessed in Thor number 146 to 147, Stan. You guessed it, troops. None other than old Breer Security fallen by to make his regular 1,000-year checkup. Then it was these Kree you speak of, who gave us intellects, but beyond those of the savages on the shore. When they briefly landed on Earth, a millennium ago.
Yes, but now, because you have gained further powers as well, you shall henceforth think of yourselves as inhumans. Fare you well. When next your race meets the Supreme Kree, it may be as valued allies or as deadly foes.
After light beaming that little tidbit back to the Kree galaxy, Marvel says that Century 459 went back to sleep for a zillion years or so. And his next time out, he got in a free-for-all with the Fantastic Four, no less. These two panels recreate events which occurred in FF number 64 to 65. Stan. What's more, when the Kree creep called Ronan the Accuser came around, Richards and company told him too. That's when Marvel came on the scene. All actions on this page are from issues 1 to 21 of Captain Marvel's own late lamented mag, Smiley. Earth means nothing to us Kree, but in time, it may become a threat to us. That is what I must learn, and if our master's suspicions are true, the Earth must be destroyed. He was a good little spy at first, like all his brainwashed brethren. Who else but a fanatic would have taken on the Super Skrull, troubleshooter for a rival space race? Still, there must have been something on this nutty planet that reached the good captain. And finally, no more will I serve those people who would annihilate a weaker people with the flick of a cosmic finger. I hereby renounce my Kree heritage, to become instead a man of planet Earth. But it ain't that easy to change sides in the middle of an undeclared war, and Marvel paid heavy for it. When his girl Una died, the only other Kree who ever saw us humans as anything but guinea pigs. My memory gets fuzzy after that, but I think old Silvertop went back, and there was something called the Intelligence Supreme, that gave back his rank, put him in a new outfit, and let him come back to Earth. Only thing is, somehow he got sidetracked into the negative zone, where it looked like he'd drift forever, except for the short times when I was able to trade atoms with him. And if you can wade your way through all that, the Cupid doll is yours. You still blame yourself for what happened to Marvel, but you mustn't. Your friend chose a life apart, one full of danger, the moment he decided to return to Earth.
Rick, any who belongs to the breed called superheroes are by definition misfits. I speak not only of those of us in this ship, but also of Captain America, living anachronism from a bygone era, and of Thor, a god among uncomprehending mortals. And as for the metal-shelled Avenger called Iron Man, who knows what dark secret may lie but hidden within his heart, beneath that gleaming chestplate. The Vision's words are followed by leaden silence, silence which lasts till the sky towers of New York come into view, and which endures even the yawning of a familiar rooftop, the hearty air blasts which cushion a feather-soft landing, only to be shattered by the harsh, insistent clangor of bree, 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 bree. A monitor alarm, set off by our entrance. But the one Avenger likely to have left us a pre-taped message is Goliath.
This is your 10-foot Toreador talking at your crew. Just got a call from Janet Pym, Hank's own ever-loving spouse, otherwise known as the Wonderful Wasp. Didn't get it all, but seems there's trouble brewing up in Alaska, where she and Hank are. So I'm off for the big icebox, and hoping the rest of you aren't too far behind me. This sounds big.
Over and out.
So yeah, I'm making Hawkeye's voice. Well, he's under the identity of Goliath, but yeah, I'm making him sound really low pitched voice because he's really big right now, or his superpower is that he can grow big. So usually I just have him as like a normal gravelly voice, but yeah. Huh? Now what kind of molehill is... Clint Barton is an Avenger, Rick. If he wants help, he gets it. Then let's go. Ah, good morning, gentlemen, and Miss Wanda. I've brought you all a spot of... tea. Speed as they will, however, the Avenger called Goliath still has a lead on them. And so...
There she blows. The icebreaker that's been home sweet home to Hank and Jan. Right where the little lady said it'd be.
Clint! Oh, Clint! Thank the Lord you've come.
Whoa now.
was it...
Jenny, what's up? And where's that test tube jockey husband of yours?
That's just it, Clint. I don't know. For all I know, he might be dead.
Huh? Take it the story from the top, girl, and give it to me slow, if you can.
Yes, I can. I will. I've gone over it so many times, in my mind. You know, Hank was sent here by Washington to study what effect oil drilling might have on Alaska's wildlife. Our ship was heading for the one government outpost, not far from here, when suddenly we lost contact with the men there. You can imagine that Hank welcomed the excuse to become Yellow Jacket again. We don't know what happened to Hank. Are you sure we should...
You're right, honey. You stay here till I get back.
That was not one of the multiple choices, lover man.
Then move it, gal.
Whither thou goest and all that.
And remember, we've got this thermal underwear as well, as our love to keep us warm.
But then, just a few miles north.
Jan, look! Do you see what
It's not possible.
But there it is. Some sort of jungle, in the very edge of the Arctic Circle. And what's the strange structure rising out of the middle of it?
There are rays, too, sweeping like beams from a lighthouse, almost as if... Hank, look out!
Bzzz. Thanks, hon. A dragonfly, well over a foot long. And it's a really...
But what's it doing here?
That's what we're going to find out. Hop aboard. Oh, that's the whole... Okay. It's still an insect, so my cyber helmet ought to turn this baby into a docile pet. One we can ride right into Adventureland down there.
Yet, even as we reach the outer fringes of the unbelievable jungle... Hank, I feel so... What's happening?
I think I know, Jan. Lord help us. I think I know.
Then, without an instant's warning...
Sorry, honey. No time to explain. But it's the way it's gotta be. He hit her. Okay. Well, that's not acceptable at all. Well, I guess he's trying to save her, but still, that's kind of like... And anyway, I know there's like there's a bunch of times that actually where Hank Pym beats up his wife, like a domestic violence. There's a bunch of I've seen comic panels of like, especially in the Ultimate comic. In the Ultimate comics, like Hank Pym's like a psychopath in that. So yeah, obviously, I think at this point, like he was insane too. In this, he was insane as well.
But the next thing I knew, I was strapped to the dragonfly's back, headed back towards the icebreaker, and Hank was swooping down toward the jungle. I haven't seen him since. I never see him, Clint. Never again. That's why I got Avengers HQ. You got to help me, Clint. You've got to.
Easy, Johnny. That's what I'm here for. But you're sure it wasn't all just a bad dream?
Look, Clint, at the dragonfly that brought me here, then perished in the cold it couldn't stand. Does that look like a bad dream? A woman's hysterical fantasy?
You made your point, lady. Stay here till I get back, with Hank. I got a date with the jungle.
No, wait. I want to go with...
Nuts. I feel like a rat just taking off on Jan like that. But I can't work with women around. Not since Natasha and me broke up.
So that's Black Widow.
Broke up? Ha! Face it, hero. She ditched ya. If only I didn't think about her all the... Huh? Now the Widow's face is faded. And it's Wanda I'm seeing. Get out of my daydream, witchy. I said beat it. That's more like it. Son of a gun. There's that jungle already. I better get my head together. Before somebody takes it apart for me. Holy crow. Jan wasn't just talking through her hairdo. 100 yards away it's below freezing. But this place is so hot, I feel overdressed. All it needs now is a Fey Ray and an overgrown ape, and it's in business. What was that? Uh-oh, speak of the devil. And up he... Look, Three Toes, I ain't in Hank Pym's class, so I don't know who you're supposed to be. But a match for Goliath you definitely ain't. Out like a light. Maybe I ought to beat my chest or something.
The prattling fool, if not for his preoccupation with juvenile witchisms, he might not have fallen such easy prey to the cosmic rod blasts of Ronan the Accuser.
Master, my sensors signal the approach of a second Earthian aircraft.
Then we must prepare a welcome for its occupants, Century 459. A welcome they shall never live to forget. I don't know who's talking here. Out of sight. A village full of natives down below. And not half a mile ahead, Tarzan City.
How can you make light of this place? Well, Hank might be... Oh, Hank! Hank, I've got to find him! I've got to!
John, wait. Rick did not mean... Stop her, Pietro. Something's moving in there. Something that... You needn't finish, Vision. I can run far faster than... Whoa! Good Lord! That blast! If it had struck where the wasp was standing... Look, it's a Sentry, an old man mountain. But how come Goliath staring straight ahead, like a leftover zombie? It's all too obvious, Rick. Somehow the Sentry has zapped his will.
I have done far more than that, android, as you shall swiftly learn if you oppose me. Begone at once, for you can do nothing to thwart the goals of the eternal Kree.
We're not leaving, without Captain Marvel.
And Hank, what have you done with the one I love? We'll find him, Jen. I promise you that. I know my hex powers, or spheres, haven't done much good so far, but...
Wanda, hold. If you attack the Sentry...
Avengers, look at Goliath. His eyes.
The next instant, with Triphammer force... That's what I feared. Clint's under the Sentry's power, and will do anything to protect him.
Then he's got to be our first target. That's all. Nothing's keeping me from Hank. Not even Goliath.
Jen, no! What can you do against one so huge?
I was the original Goliath's partner, remember? Even giants have nerves that my wasp stinks can hurt.
Wait, why does his outfit change? Oh no, that's oh, the hair changed. So it's supposed to be Rick Jones. But hi, Pockets is rattled. But what about?
Perhaps this boulder can buy us some time, Rick. If I were an emotional creature, android, I would find this pitiable display disappointing. You still underestimate my power, while I have analyzed yours to the nearest decimal point. I know, for instance, that after hurling a sizable object, it will take you 5.073 seconds to become once more intangible. Time enough for me to weaken you with a burst that would kill a lesser being.
The Vision's hurt. We must help him.
But we dare not turn our backs to Goliath.
No, it is hardly necessary to ignore Clint Barton. Merely to suffer a moment's distraction is sufficient for a mammoth hand to cleave the hot, muggy air. And, though it is a wasp-sized Avenger who is struck by massive flailing knuckles, it is a normal-sized girl who falls to earth like a wounded starling. While, within the great citadel which towers above the pitched battle, you came after me, and you have me.
Ronan, let the Avengers go, and destroy this unnatural jungle. Events have moved beyond mere vengeance, Marvel. Now my goal is nothing less than the destruction of mankind, through Plan Atavus, whose foundations were laid by our ancestors when they discovered this planet.
Plan Atavus?
No, Ronan, you must not. You are hardly in a position, Marvel, to dictate interstellar policy to one who has made himself master of the space-spanning Kree. Even now, the swirling sweep of the Citadel's Evo rays grows greater with each turn, each arc, and every type of life in their path. Yes, even the very elements themselves are affected, hurled back along an evolutionary path to the state in which the Kree first found them, eons ago. Nor shall that hurtling back end until 1,000,000 years of human history on this planet is eradicated, wiped out. But why, Ronan? Why even concern yourself with this backward world? Look at that screen, traitor. That is a century, living arsenal and defender of the Kree way of life, supreme achievement of countless years of Kree history. Oh, he will destroy the superpowered Earth spawn, surely enough, but it is taking him too long, far too long. Nor have I forgotten his, or my own, earlier battles with the so-called Fantastic Four. A planet which can produce such a race, which can go from steam power to atomic power in less than a century, is a potential threat to Kree supremacy in space, a threat which cannot be allowed to grow and fester. And so, the Evo rays shall not cease, till the last gleam of intelligence, of reason, is erased from the last pair of brutish bestial eyes. Oh, by the way, Marvel, the scene you are witnessing is a final irony. For the half-human, the once human monstrosity, which shambles nearer, ever nearer, the fallen female, was once her loving husband, was once the man called Yellow Jacket. Listen well to her last screams, Marvel, for they shall sound the death knell of the human. Next, Race for the Stars. So I hope you guys enjoy this video.
If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.